Hi there guys, Bessel here. Happy New Year, by the way, it's 2014. And this year I'm going to start off by playing Sherlock Holmes. The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. And last year was a good year. A lot happened for me, and I hope a lot happened for you last year as well. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, but seems okay. Right, so let's start a new game. I did start another game, but I did it on the Xbox, and then I started again on the PC, and I thought, fuck it, I might as well just do a new one and see how that goes. So, and I thought I'd record as well, so I'll restart now. So everything's on maximum at the moment. Sorry about the frame rate lag as well. I've still got the crappy old, fraps, so everything's really loud on my headphones. There we go, turn it down. The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I've completed it once on Xbox. If it starts to lag a little bit, that's just fraps. So it's self out. Should be getting a new PC soon. One with its own built-in recording thingy. I think it's called Sony. Yeehaw. It's like a little card that you put in the back. So it automatically records all my games. Really looking forward to building that. Obviously I won't build it on the carpet. I'd be screwed then, that'd be like 200 quid gone.
Ow! Ah! What's this?
God.
No!
These kids are not like, you imagine kids up in the attic. You would not let them go up there. Exposed nails and stuff. Hello? Are you alive? He's not alive! Ah. Don't cry.
Ooh. Oh look! It's a book!
It's a book. It looked like a scroll.
Maybe
honestly.
it's a book about pirates with a treasure map. No, I don't think so.
Can you read?
I wish that I had seen through all your lies. Oh, start from the beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one morning in 1898, when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
There we go, frame rate lag right there. Oh, no. Been a year now.
Watson, my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
I have indeed, Watson, and believe me, it was completely unnecessary to spread out all over London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
Ah, you see, but you do not observe, Watson. There lies the difference. It is a matter of course.
A matter of course? In the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, The robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the soul key. A fire has started inside the room, but they have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis realizes that the famous Samoan necklace, which had been safe within its glass cabinet only a few hours earlier, has now disappeared.
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
I have played this game before, but only on the Xbox 360 controller, and it's not compatible, which is really annoying. So, I know it's shift and... Is it shift and run, or control and run? How do I run? Oh, it's caps. Great. Oh, so I press it once to caps? Okay. Look at the broken showcase and click on it. Ah, here we go.
This window was cut with a diamond. A clean, discreet piece of work. This is where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
Okay, so when it goes... Okay, I think I remember how to play this game. I can always interact. Fuck off frame rate. Fuck off frame rate. There we go. Sorry. You can always interact with left mouse button. After a clue is examined, the icon will turn green. Please move Sherlock Holmes near the left window. You should see 2 clues simultaneously. Okay. So how do I click on one of them? You can switch cursor between items using W and A. W and A. Really? Wouldn't it just be easier if I used these? Oh, I don't want to do that. Escape.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced. A mark undoubtedly made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
Yes, he was. I already know what did it, so... I think it's I for inventory. So we got this pocket knife and a box of matches. This is what they've said. Watson, my dear fellow. I don't know what this is. I do not know what this is. But we'll find out. Let's have a look around. Let's check this window. Okay. Anything. Go to the chimney. Oh, sorry. I absolutely despise fraps now. Absolutely hate it. That's why I'm so excited about my new PC. Can I pick up the candle? Pick up the candle. You can open inventory by clicking the right mouse button. Oh, that's a lot easier. Can I click? No. Near the piano. Some music notes are on the floor. Okay.
Let us examine the crumpled scores that have fallen off the piano.
Mm-hmm.
These sooty prints were left by a tiny hand.
I don't understand why these music scores are covered with soot.
Well, there's obviously been a fire. Can I press R? Use WSD. Is this a lot easier, do you think? Press left shift and make your character run. Pressing left shift? No, it won't. It's that button. Pressing R to switch to point and click mode. Oh, I can just click. Oh, that would be a lot easier. what is the point? I might as well just use it like this. To make you press and hold L shift, left shift. I'm holding it. It's caps. I can just tap it. Right. Accept, yes. What is it? Controls. See, look. Alternate run. Left shift. The left shift, for me, it doesn't work. I think either my thing is broken. Let me try the right one. Oh yeah, that's broken as well. Things aren't working for me. It's a really, I really need to upgrade my PC and everything else. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I don't know if I can play this. So you can hear me tapping it? It's just not working. Okay, you can let me...
This window was... See?
Yeah, I know. It would just be easier if I just did that. This is ridiculous. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Options. Return. Controls. Oh, is it left shift? I might as well make it X or something. Okay. Okay, resume. Press X. Okay, is this gonna work now? Right, space. Sixth sense. Do I hold it? I can now search the room. Okay.
A candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier. Not very well kept, this aquarium. I can see a dead fish floating on the surface.
Alright, I thought I was pretty screwed then, but I'm not.
These documents are not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The Marquis himself.
The Marquis himself?
The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
How did you know that? It's not open. It's ridiculous.
Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
These are all my fingerprints, honestly.
Footprints? You are not going to get on your knees to examine them?
There is no need. It is soot. The servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire.
Okay. Right.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room. Strange, there aren't any prints, yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
His mouth doesn't move with his voice.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you're already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
It's possible.
we have retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room, there was no one to be seen. An acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
I am pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then, explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines, you're quite incorrect, as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small and remarkably agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
Yep.
And a trained monkey at that, without a doubt, a Leontopithecus rosalia from Central America.
How do you know that?
The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle. Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson. A poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium, where they remain now.
Oh, you're getting his suit wet.
Marquis, here is your necklace, intact, just a little wet.
Mr. Holmes, this brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Good. I will return it to its box and...
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
There, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
Thank you! Oh my god. I have to put the subtitles on. I am partially deaf in one ear. So having those headphones in your ear, you know, the DB Beats or whatever, Dr. Dre Beats headphones. The in-ear ones with the little bubble at the end. shove them right in your ear, you end up like me. That's years of loud music, you know, drum bass, dubstep and stuff like that.
This morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet, and I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you insist.
Right, I will read it. I think I've got 10 minutes left anyway. I do like the instinct. It's good. Sherlock Holmes at the home of the Marquis of Coney. Somewhere in Wales, I would presume. I don't know, I'm sorry. The investigation is a fiasco. Yesterday, the celebrated detective Sherlock Holmes was invited to the manor of Marquis of Conyngham to supply his conclusions. Following his investigation into the disappearance of the priceless Samian necklace, it should be recalled that the lady called in the detective after the police appeared flummoxed in the face of the astonishing circumstances surrounding the theft. Honestly, I can't talk today. Is that down? Indeed, the valuable piece of jewellery disappeared while the door to the room in which it was displayed was locked. The alarm was raised by the servants, alerted. Hang on, is this on the actual... Oh, okay, I'm just skipping. I don't know if I can be bothered to read all that. You can just pause it. So, to be continued. Anyway, okay, there we go. Alright, I think that's enough time.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
6 cents.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Oh,
Have you read that, Rag?
Slander. Necklace. Slander or necklace. Slander or necklace.
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Inspector,
Slander.
Can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the
A
reporter got
fake?
hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
And the Marchioness?
Yeah,
She is
okay.
beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised. It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
What a lovely marriage.
Yes, indeed.
Holmes, forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewellery?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
It is so random, this music. It's off the another Sherlock Holmes game that I actually have. What do I do? Is it I? Inventory? No. Ooh, I got one of them, didn't I? What was that for? It seems to share my love of the... all that. Of all that is bizarre. You recovered the Simeon necklace. Well done. Okay.
What do you think, Holmes?
Well, I think of what? Oh, here we go. There we go. I can examine it here. Oh, here we go.
These 3 pearls are of poor quality. This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here. This pearl is a different color. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector.
Goodbye.
You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
I now control Dr. Watson! Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And at the beginning of this video, I forgot to say this is test subjects. And I am Bessel69, so I am changing my name. Well, my Steam name is Bessel69, so if you want to add me, I don't mind. You know, I play Payday 2 and stuff like that, so yeah, you can add me if you want. Okay, so this is the first episode of Sherlock Holmes, well, the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, and look out for the next episode. Okay, goodbye!